Hi beautiful, welcome to my channel. In today's video we are trying the new Patisserie collection from Sigma. Take a look right here at this beautiful French patisserie window. I cannot wait to show you guys everything that is inside this super cute PR package. It is 6 new eyeshadow quads from Sigma that are delicious. In today's video I'm going to swatch them all for you. I'm going to select a favorite and we'll do an eyeshadow look with one of these. If you guys are interested in this release or anything else Sigma Beauty for that matter, you can get 10% off at Sigma with my code PATTYALONSO, which I'll leave you right here on the screen, and that code does apply to the new item, so you can get a 10% off of this collection if you're interested. I'm super excited to get into it, so let's just go ahead and get started. If you guys are surprised you've been seeing less of me lately, I took a week off, which felt like almost 2 weeks off. Let me explain. I had some videos ready for a trip. I had family coming to town and I was going on a very quick trip to Minnesota last week, and I had some videos ready and I truly thought that I would have time to come back from my trip and film and edit and then enjoy my weekend with my family that was in town, etc. Obviously that did not work. From the 3 videos I had ready for last week, I posted 2, which was my top 3 in every category videos, which I enjoyed making those so much. And then the 3rd video I had for last week I didn't post until the beginning of this week. I basically came back from Minnesota and my husband was making great advances, which I'm so thankful for, in the painting of this house. We've lived here for a year now and we're still painting things, organizing things, redoing things, and so the common areas of the house, like the halls and the entrance and all of that, that wasn't painted yet, and my husband painted so much the day I was coming back from Minnesota, and so of course we wanted to finish painting all of the common areas before my family came in town. And so the day that I had to work, basically with the day that I had to like film and edit and all of that, I spent painting the rest of my house. My family came in town on Friday last week and I was with them the whole weekend, and it was my 10-year-old little niece, so of course I wanted to like entertain her, so I honestly did not have time to do much. I finished editing the second top 3 video in the morning of Saturday because she was sleeping, but like besides that I was exhausted by the time they left. Anyways, I did work on editing my 5 looks from palette on Sunday, and then this week, today's Thursday, my husband's birthday was yesterday, and so I wanted to like dedicate time to him and celebrate with him because he was turning 33, and so that also took me off of my work plans. But we are back. It is Thursday the 17th now, and I'm excited because I feel like whenever I stop filming for a little bit, things accumulate, and so I have a lot of things to work on within the next few days that I cannot wait to share with you, starting with today's video. Anyways, I know a lot of you probably don't care about any of that and a lot of you probably didn't notice, but I also know that some of you were probably wondering why my uploads have been so few, and so that is the reason. Back to this beauty right here. Let's do the big reveal. Here is what the little quads look like. There's 6 of them, 6 different color stories. These little quads are all named after desserts, and while all of these are super wearable, they all also have a distinctly different color story. For instance, Blueberry Parfait has a deep blue cool toned color story. Tiramisu has rich cool neutral shades in there. Bonbon has really stunning purpley pinky hues. Peach Pie over here, obviously a peachy color story. Caramel Apple has some beautiful greens in there. And then Creme Brulee has this really stunning warm metallic gold that I am dying to swatch, and they also have some really beautiful rich matte browns. So I cannot wait to swatch all of these for you. And something I noticed about each and every single one of these palettes is that they are extremely well thought out. Let me explain why. If I were to make an eyeshadow quad, this is exactly how I would make it. Because with each and every single one of these quads, you really don't have to think through an eyeshadow look. The eyeshadow look is kind of made for you in here. I think they did a fantastic job at curating each color story. Each palette has a light matte color that is obviously meant to go on the crease of your eye. It's obviously meant to be your transition color. Each palette has a deeper matte shade to darken up the outer V of the eye, to smoke out the eye look a little bit. Each palette also has a beautiful metallic mid-tone shade that is going to look fantastic all over the eyelid or in the center of the eyelid. And then each palette has a highlighting shimmer shade that is going to be perfect for the inner corner, highlighting underneath the brow, or putting it on the eyelid if you want a very light ethereal look. You can see that format throughout each and every single one of these. This is Blueberry Parfait. Take a look at Peach Pie right here, same format. Here are Tiramisu and Caramel Apple. Like I said, same format across every quad. And if I were to design eyeshadow quads, this is exactly what I would do. It's just so easy, right? By the way, if any of you has a large Sigma Beauty eyeshadow palette collection, and you want to see comparisons between these colors right here and previous Sigma releases, when you're done watching this video, I highly recommend that you go check out Angela Bright's video on this collection. I watched it the other day and she did a fantastic job at giving you swatch comparisons between the color stories of these quads right here versus the color stories of previous Sigma releases. So if looking at swatch comparisons of these quads is something that you're interested in, her video is an absolute must watch. So I'll go ahead and link her video in the description box of this one for those of you who are interested. I really enjoyed looking at all of her swatch comparisons. I don't have as large of a Sigma Beauty eyeshadow palette collection as she does, so it was very insightful. Anyways, I am dying to show you swatches of these quads, so let's go ahead and go for it. The first quad we'll swatch is Blueberry Parfait right here. So here's the shade Refreshing, which is the highlighting shade. Then we have the color Granola, which is the mid-tone brown. This one down here is called Chilled, which is the stunning metallic shade that this quad has. And then the dark matte is called Blueberries. So take a look right here at the swatches of the Blueberry Parfait quad. I really love the shade Chilled and how reflective it is. And of course, using these shades in unison is going to give you an absolutely stunning eyeshadow look. We're swatching Tiramisu next. This one's definitely for the nude eyeshadow lovers. So we have the shade Vanilla right here, which is a really nice light shimmer with a warm gold undertone. Then we have Java, which, wow, it is a super buttery, taupey, transition-y type shade. The metallic shade in this one is called Treat, which is a stunning gold. And then we have the shade Dipped, which is also very creamy and pigmented, and it's a very nice espresso type color. So take a look right here. This is definitely your perfect everyday type of quad. This is absolutely stunning. These right here also look extremely creamy. The first shade is called Liqueur, which is this stunning shimmer right here. Then we have the color Soft, which is this creamy mid-tone rosy brown. Berry is the metallic shimmer shade in this one, really beautiful. And the dark matte color is called Chocolate, which is this chocolate brown that I think has some pink added to it. So take a look right here at the swatches of this quad. This one is stunning. I really like it. And I love the highlighting shade in this one. It has a bit more of an ethereal type of formula to it. In comparison to some of the other highlighty shades we've swatched, it's like more sparkly, ethereal, and it has a bit less of a base to it. So really lovely. Moving on to Peach Pie right here, which if you're into very light looking eyeshadows, I feel like this one's going to be the one for you because it doesn't go too deep. This is the lightest of the dark mattes that I've seen so far. So let's do the swatches. The first color right here is called Ice Cream. Light matte is called Crumble, which is this really light peachy matte shade. The metallic shimmer is called Peachy, and this one has really awesome reflex in it. I love that one. And then the dark matte is called Baked. So take a look right there at the Peach Pie quad. Obviously, my favorite thing about this one is how metallic this color peachy is right there. Our next quad is Caramel Apple, and this one is for the green shadow lovers. I love that none of these are too intimidating. Like, yes, this is a greenish color story, but it's still pretty wearable. This shade, Green Apple, felt more like a cream than a powder in the pan. Very, very creamy texture for sure. So here is the shade Buttery, which is the highlighter shade in this one. Then we have Salted Caramel right here, which is also a very creamy matte. And I love the undertone of that one. Green Apple, which is the shimmer green I was telling you about. It feels extremely, extremely creamy. And then the dark matte in this one is called Tart. And as you can see, it is very pigmented. So take a look right here at what the Caramel Apple quad swatches like. This one is lovely, and of course it is perfection for a deep green smoky eye. Last quad is Creme Brulee, and I have to admit I have been dying to swatch the shade Caramelize down here. So take a look right here. If you're into the warmer neutral type shades, this is the one for you. Whoa, look at that foiled metallic gold shade. Amazing. Okay, so here we have the shade Custard. Nutty, which is the transition-y type color, super creamy. Caramelize, which is that super intense foiled gold shade. Wow. And then the matte dark color is called Brittle. Very creamy, dark matte. So take a look right there at the last quad swatched. This one once again is the one called Creme Brulee. Obviously my favorite shade in this one has to be that gold. I forgot to mention the price at the beginning of the video, but each one of these quads retails for $19, and if you use a discount code to get a couple dollars off of them, you end up paying $17.10 for each quad. These are extremely travel friendly, and by the swatches, the formulas are amazing. The matte shades are not only very pigmented, but they also feel extremely creamy, and the shimmer shades, some of them have a regular shimmer finish, some of them have a bit more sparkle in them. The different quads have different formulas of shimmers, but they all were pigmented and they all were creamy for sure. Now I wish I had you guys here to tell me which quad to put on my eyes today, but I guess I'll have to decide on my own. By my comment section, I know we're sick of pinks, so I'm not going to do Bonbon. I don't want quite this dark smoky eyeshadow look today, so Blueberry Parfait is not going to be it either. Caramel Apple had my favorite highlighty shade in it, but this one once again is a bit too dark for right now. It's like 9 a.m. If any of the ones I'm not trying today interest you and you want me to try it in a future video, definitely let me know which one you want to see down in the comment section. Creme Brulee is definitely very tempting with that beautiful foiled gold shade, but I'm just not in the mood for intensity today is what it looks like. So I'm between Peach Pie and Tiramisu. Okay, I've chosen. I'm going to go with Tiramisu today because I really loved the sparkle of the shade Treat. It looked lovely, and I also really love the color Dipped right here, plus Java is such a nice cool tone transition shade. This is the one, you guys. I'm going for Tiramisu. The brush I'm going to be using for my crease is going to be the Sigma E40. This one you can't even see the number on because I've had it for 9 years. But it still works amazingly. And so with my Sigma E40, I'm going to distribute the shade Java all throughout the crease of my eye. Switching over to the Sigma E24, which is a diffused blending brush. And I'm going to grab the color Tiramisu with this one, which is super dark. I'm going to start by tapping it right on the outer V of my eye, so outer third of the lid and onto the crease ever so slightly. And then I'm just going to blend it into my crease color. Okay, my matte shades blended beautifully and I love where this is going. I cannot wait for the next step. I'm grabbing the shade Treat down here. And with my finger, I'm just going to tap it all throughout the center of my eyelid. And I'm bringing it all the way in. I'm grabbing the Sigma E57, which is a firm shader brush. And I'm going to grab a bit more of the shade Treat because I want to bring this shade up a little higher and define the eyelid area with it. I have uneven eyelids, and this is one way I found that makes it so that everything is in the same place on both eyes. A bit of Java on the Sigma E24, and I'm tapping where the gold meets the mattes. And then back with the E57, this time I'm grabbing the shade Vanilla, and I'm going to add it right on the inner corner of my eye. And I'm bringing it in a third of the way. Same thing on this side. Bring it in, blend it down a bit. Did I go with the most basic of all of the palettes? I think I might have. But it looks so pretty. I'm going to use the Sigma E30, which is a pencil brush, with the shade Dipped to begin working underneath my lower lash line. I'm going halfway in under the eye, back and forth between my lower lashes. And then with the Sigma E42, which is a precision blending brush, I'm grabbing Java and I'm taking it all the way to the tear duct area and under the dark mattes. I just added a brown eyeliner to my waterline. This is the glossier one in the shade Frame. And before I put any mascara on, this right here is the finished look with the Tiramisu palette. But I actually want to make it a bit more sparkly. So this is the Peach Pie palette, and I'm going to take a bit of the shade Peachy, and I'm going to add Peachy right over top of the center of my eyelid for some fun added sparkles. You can definitely take a look at the difference right there. I think Peach Pie might be one of my favorite quads from this collection because I really love that sparkle. I liked the look before, I love the look now. This looks beautiful. I'm going off camera to put mascara on. When I'm back, I'll show you guys my final look, and I'll also tell you my final thoughts on this Sigma collection, and I'll pick my favorite quads. I'm back with mascara on. The mascara on my eyes is the new Anastasia Beverly Hills mascara, which I have been loving. Everything on my face is of course listed and linked down below in the description box, where you'll also find discount codes for different brands and all of that. Besides that, I put on the Charlotte Tilbury lip liner in Love Trap. I used the Pat McGrath gloss in Sunset Rose, which is one of my favorites. And I put on the Rare Beauty liquid blush in the shade Hope. And all of that completed my makeup look for today. So take a look right here at the final result. I love the way everything came out today. And I gotta say, adding the extra bit of sparkle from the Peach Pie palette to this eyeshadow look definitely was the cherry on top. I loved the way everything came out. When it comes to favorites, I gotta say these palettes are so beautiful and so travel friendly that my favorite quads I think are the more basic ones, even though these palettes have incredible formulation, amazing color stories, and great pigmentation, so they're not that basic. Anyways, if you guys are going to purchase any of these, I think the one that I would actually suggest the most is the color Peach Pie right here. And it definitely comes down to the shimmery, sparkly peach shade right here, because this, like I said, made all the difference for me. And this one also has an incredible inner corner shimmer. Plus, this one also has incredibly buttery, peachy matte shades in it. So I think this would probably be my most suggested. In second place, I gotta say the Bon Bon palette definitely swatches beautifully. I know it is a rose type color story, but this shade Chocolate right here, which has a bit of pink mixed in with the brown, definitely is very special. I also love the cool undertone of the shade Soft, and both shimmers in this palette swatched beautifully. I definitely love the shine of the shade Berry. Now, I'm not necessarily ranking them, like my most suggested is definitely Peach Pie, but I feel just as excited about Bon Bon as I do the Tiramisu palette, which is the one I used today. You guys saw how buttery the shades were, how nice and pigmented they are, how beautifully they blended, and what is not to love about a natural neutral color story. This is definitely your perfect everyday palette. So those are my top 3, and if I had to pick a 4th from the remaining ones, I think I would do Blueberry Parfait. The reason being, I love the matte shades in this one. This is definitely a palette for when you want a very dark and sultry type of night smoky eye. And this color Shield right here has an incredible shine to it. It pairs beautifully with the highlight color in this palette, and overall I think you would get a really beautiful dark smoky look with this one. Plus I like that even though it has bluish hues to it, it's still a very nice and neutral palette, so it would be flattering on a lot of different complexions. I truly hope that you guys enjoyed this video. Remember, if you're interested in purchasing anything Sigma Beauty, you can use my discount code PATTYALONSO and get 10% off of your order. I honestly had a blast playing with these super fun little quads. I definitely want to continue to use them, so let me know which one you want me to try out next. If you liked today's video, don't forget to please give it a thumbs up. Before you leave, don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. I love you all so much. Thank you for watching, and I hope to see you back in the next one. Bye.